April 2023. This is it. I can't believe it. I still can't believe the fact that I am standing here among 22 finalists, eager for a place in the new debut group. 3 months ago, me and 99 other girls started our journey here on 100 Dream Girls, a survival show to debut a new girl group. Even though I worked hard to be where I am now, I am also very grateful for all the fans around the globe who voted for me. The MC, Jung Sok Min, is about to announce the final members. The voting period during the live show has been closed and the votes have been counted. He is carrying the names of the 11 members for the debut group one by one. I really hope I am one of them. I will first announce the trainee in the 10th place, says MC Jung proudly. They start with number 10, saving the 11th place for last. Oh boy, here we go. Of course it will take at least 2 minutes per rank until he announces who it will be, to build up the nerves. I am so nervous, but at the same time I try to stay positive and manifest I made it. However, last week my name was nowhere to be seen in the top 11 ranking, while I have never been below 6 throughout the entire run of 100 Dream Girls, hence why I am a bit worried. Did my fans vote for me to bring me back into the top 11? In 10th place, the first confirmed member of One by One is... I can feel the nerves inside the entire stadium, ours, the judges, the audience, even of the viewers at home. 1 minute has passed. I keep looking at MC Jung. Just announce the name already. In 10th place, the first confirmed member of One by One is Taurus Entertainment trainee Lim Yuna. My heart has dropped, but out of relief. The cameras point to Yuna and she hides her face with her hands, not able to stop the tears from flowing. Me and Yuna are both trainees at Taurus Entertainment. She is 3 years older than me and has been training at our company for 4.5 years. We always got along very well. I really see her as my older sister. As Yuna gives her speech, I feel my eyes getting watery. Seeing Yuna on the stage makes me so happy and proud of her. Yuna is known for her amazing rap skills. I believe she would definitely have the role as main rapper in the new group. She is also a talented dancer. I have learned a lot from her too. My Korean also got a lot better since I practiced with her a lot. 17 years ago, I was born in New York City, United States, and I have lived there my entire life until I moved to South Korea with my family 5.5 years ago to start training. Both of my parents are Korean, and we spoke Korean occasionally at home, but I wasn't able to speak on a high native level until the past 2 years when I was training. A total of 7 trainees from our agency came to 100 Dream Girls. There is also Jung Woo-yeon. She is standing in the back, so I cannot see her. She must be very nervous too. Woo-yeon has never been in the top 11 ranking, apart from the first week, where she was 5th. I am afraid she got overshadowed by the other trainees. I hope she can still make it. She has amazing vocals and a very cute face. The other 4 trainees have unfortunately been eliminated in the previous weeks. They are seated in a separate spot in the audience, close to the winner's tribune, together with the other eliminated trainees. The 9th place goes to Kang Nara, 8th place to Kim Mi-do. I have not really interacted that much with them, but from what I have seen and heard, they are very charismatic and talented. Also very pretty, especially Mi-do. They are both 1 year younger than me. 7th place went to Jung Chae-young, who already debuted last year with Foe. Yes, as in friend or foe, which also happens to be their greeting when the group introduces itself. During the unit mission, I was in one of the dance teams with her and Kim Ye-sun, who is also a finalist among us. We performed Dali by Hyolyn, but with an altered choreography since that was part of the mission, and we made it viewer appropriate since the original is a bit too sexy. I must say we are visually too cute to do a sexy concept, but we nailed it. I will now announce the trainee who finished in 6th place, MC Jung continues as the cheering and clapping has stopped. I see Yuna looking at me from the other side of the stage, where the tribune is with 11 seats, with the number 1 seat being the biggest and on the top row. She sits at the bottom row, on the seat with the number 10. All the seats on the bottom row have been filled, apart from the 11th seat. Number 6 will be sitting on the far right on the second bottom row, together with the 4th and 5th place trainees. Yuna smiles at me and I give her a thumbs up. This trainee, MC Jung continues, is not born in Korea. The audience gasps in excitement and curiosity. I analyze the little crowd of finalists real quick. Who else is not born in Korea? All the non-Korean trainees have been eliminated in the previous weeks, so I have to think real hard as I look at all the trainees around me. There is Kim Ha-young. I know she lived in the States for a while, but I cannot remember if she was born there. No, probably not. There is Jung Miso, who is half Korean, half Australian. She was born in Sydney to an Australian father and a Korean mother. It is probably her, since she has been high in the rankings in the past few weeks. She is also a trainee at KM Entertainment, one of the big four agencies in South Korea. There is also Jung Ye-ri. She is fully Korean but was born in the United Kingdom. I don't think it's her. She will definitely take the number one spot. She has been the most popular trainee so far. Her rank never dropped below 3 ever since the show ran. Yeri is the definition of an all-rounder. She can sing, dance, and rap. She is also the only trainee in the show who is not represented by an agency, being an individual trainee. Yeri cannot be 6, that's too low for her. The 6th place goes to Towers Entertainment trainee Rose Cho. Did I hear that correctly? Was my name just announced? I see myself on the screen, with my mouth wide open, out of shock. The other trainees around me scream and jump, one of them hugging me from behind. I get many taps on my arms and shoulders. I slowly walk to the stage, trying to hold back the tears in front of the tribune. I didn't prepare a proper speech since I wasn't sure I would make it, so I thanked everyone who voted for me, my family, my friends, and the executives at Towers Entertainment. The audience claps and cheers one more time and I make my way to the seat with the number 6. Yuna stands up from her seat and gives me a big hug. "You made it! I'm proud of you," she whispers in my ear. "Thank you, Onni," I tell her and take my seat. I made it! I can't believe I made it! I am now a member of One by One! After training for so long, I will finally be making my debut. I wonder who the other members will be. There are still 6 to be revealed. 5th place goes to Kim Hye-sun, which means everyone of the Dali team made it. I'm proud of Hye-sun, since she was one of the trainees with the least amount of training, having only trained for 1 year. 4th place is Kim Ha-young. The 3 of us have occupied the second bottom row on the tribune now. Choi Ji-yoon takes her seat as the 3rd place. Because of her small height, she looks very cute and innocent, but once she is on the stage, she is very fierce. She is just like Yeti, an all-rounder, so I wonder what her position will be in the group. It's now time to find out which trainees will be in the top 2, says MC Jung with full excitement. The screen will show the 2 contenders for the number 1 spot, and may I remind you all again that the 1st place trainee will take the center position in One by One. Yeti will definitely be one of them, so I wonder who could be the other candidate. Will it be Kim Seung-ju? She has been in the top 5 every week and she is certainly main vocal material. Her visuals are also no joke. It could also be Miso, although she is very young, only 14 years old. Please look to the screen for the top 2, says MC Jung. It takes a good 20 seconds for the screen to show the top 2 trainees. The audience chants many names, with most of them for Yeti, also some for Seungju. I look at the crowd of finalists, who all share different expressions on their faces. Some are sad, probably knowing they won't make it. Some are hopeful, but most of them look very nervous. My heart sinks when I look at the screen. The audience goes wild, with a mix of cheering and, also, booing. The faces of Seungju and Miso flash in split screen. I look around for the reactions of my fellow members. They are just as shocked. However, Nara is happy and emotional, since this means that her label mate Seungju will be debuting with her. Yuna turns around to look at me. I know exactly what she is thinking, and I think the same. Yeti is not in the top 10 at all? Will she be 11th then? There's no way she will not be in the final lineup. I will now announce the trainee who is in 1st place. The trainee whose name has not been announced will automatically take the 2nd place, says MC Jung and looks at the cue sheet. Seungju and Miso walk towards the spot next to MC Jung, holding hands. Seungju makes sure to keep an eye on Miso as they stand still. It's giving older sister looking out for her younger sister vibe. This trainee has 1,998,154 votes, being the number 1 out of the 22 finalists there, MC Jung continues. The number 1 trainee has almost 2 million votes? 2 minutes has passed and everyone, including me, is still waiting in suspense. MC Jung finally gets the cue to announce it. And the trainee in 1st place, who will be the center of One by One, is KM Entertainment trainee Jung Miso. Miso looks up and her mouth falls open in shock. Seungju, who is automatically in 2nd place, gives her a big hug while Miso bursts into tears on Seungju's shoulder. I clap my hands together with everyone in the stadium. After Miso and Seungju have given their speeches, they take their seats on the tribune, with Miso taking the beautiful throne on top of the tribune. The number 1 seat is much bigger than the other seats, covered in golden fabric. Miso keeps a modest look on her face, probably letting everything sink in. And lastly, we will announce the 2 trainees who are contenders for the 11th place. Please let it be Yeri. Even though it is very shocking that she was nowhere in the top 10, let her at least be 11th. She deserves to be in the lineup. Please look to the screen for the 2 contestants who are eager to be in the final spot. The audience cheers and chants gets louder when they see the faces of the 2 trainees on the screen. One of them being Yeri, the other being Yoon Jung-yeon. Wooyeon has unfortunately not made it, so she will go back to being a trainee at our company. I can hear the majority rooting for Yeri. I knew that Jonghyun was not very popular among the audience, so I am surprised that she still managed to rank quite high. The trainee who has not been called will automatically be in 12th place and will unfortunately be eliminated from the final lineup. Yeri and Jonghyun stand next to each other and hold hands, both not looking up. The 11th place trainee and the final member of One by One is... MC Jung turns around the next cue sheet. Even though I am sitting quite far from where he is standing, I see a slight look of surprise on his face, but he manages to hide it real quick and clears his throat. The final member of One by One is... MC Jung stutters as if he has trouble finishing the sentence. Skyrocket Entertainment trainee Yoon Jung-yeon. Yeri sobs onto the stage. The other trainees help to lift her up. Jonghyun looks sad towards Yeri and cries. She must feel very guilty for taking the final spot from her. Despite the booing from many sides in the audience, there are also loud cheers and applause. Don't get me wrong, Jonghyun is really deserving of her place in the debut group, but something feels really off about everything. It is just impossible that Yeri ended up in 12th place after being in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place for many weeks. I try not to think too much of it. I guess this is what the viewers wanted. Once all 11 of us are complete, we all stand up one more time and give a big bow towards the camera, thanking the viewers for their support and voting for us. Everyone, meet the members of One by One, MC Jung acclaims, and gives an applause together with everyone in the stadium. The final has officially ended, and we all go greet the trainees who have not made it. I want to see Yeri, but she is already surrounded by many girls consoling her. She has been sobbing non-stop, and her eyes are puffy. I am getting many congratulations from the other trainees, but I feel too sad towards the others to be thanking everyone and to feel completely happy. Of course I should be happy and grateful, but I will save that for when I will be preparing for debut. I join Wooyeon and Yuna and we come together for a group hug. I see the other trainees from our company clapping and cheering for us. I give them a smile and wave to them. I am so ready to take off my makeup and go to bed. I am exhausted after tonight. The suspense and the nerves have me worn out. But tonight I can go to bed as One by One's Rose Cho. I call it a day for practice, and am now making my way back to the dorm now. I hope the guys have cleaned up a little. It can get a mess very easily if 9 guys are living together in one tiny dorm. I open the door and see all the guys on the couch. None of their eyes are blinking, as they have their eyes glued to the television. What are you guys watching? I ask. Young, you're home, says Kyuhyun, making eye contact with me for 1 second, just to have his eyes turn back to the TV again, not answering my question. You came just in time. They are now announcing the members of the new girl group, says Jongin. I walk in the living room to see what the commotion is about. They are watching 100 Dream Girls? I did not expect they would be actively following it, since none of the female trainees of our company are on the show. Jung Yeri used to train under our company, D&D Entertainment, but abruptly left a couple of months ago for unknown reasons. I heard she joined the show as an individual trainee. Jung Yeri better makes it and gets that #1 spot, says Ichan, the youngest of the trainees. He just turned 16. Does someone have a crush on Yeri? Jokes Hanbin. Can I not be supporting our former fellow trainee? Asks Ichan, with an annoyance in his tone. I don't really get why he reacted so defensive. Everyone knows that Hanbin likes to make jokes. But he knows when to be serious too, which I like about him. Hanbin is the mother of the boy trainees. I feel like he would make a great leader in the debut group. Woo Seok-young, come sit, says Kyuhyun, and moves a bit to the side to make space, bumping into Youngjae. No thanks, I'll go wash up and get ready for bed, I think. This trainee is not born in Korea, suddenly blasts out of the TV. One of the guys must have turned up the volume. Not born in Korea? It must be Yeri then, says Hyoktae with excitement in his voice. There's also this girl from America and the half-Australian 14-year-old, so I wouldn't get too excited yet, says Jongin. And Yeri has never been below rank 3, Ichan adds. With curiosity getting the best of me, I turn around and make my way to the couch, sitting where Kyohyun made space for me. So now you're interested? Kyohyun laughs. I don't comment. The camera focuses on Yeti, who looks very nervous, but I do see a spark of hope in her eyes, eager for her name to be called any time. The next shot is a girl I have not seen before, with long brown hair and rose gold eyeshadow on her eyes. The camera then focuses on a much younger looking girl. She does look a little bit foreign. That must be the half Australian Jongin talked about. Taurus Entertainment trainee Rose Jo. The camera points towards rose gold eyeshadow girl. She has her mouth wide open out of shock. She must be the girl from America then. Rose. She looks familiar, but I cannot really pinpoint how. Have I seen her somewhere before? I don't think so. Does she look like someone I know, perhaps? We watch the rest of the ranking announcements. Then comes the point where the final two will be announced. Yeri! Yeri! The members obviously have a favorite. And then the TV screen shows the faces of two trainees, but neither of them is Yeri. What? Everyone in the room is shocked, but I cannot be bothered. I knew that Yeti was one of the best female trainees, but I didn't know she was the fan favorite, let alone our boy trainee favorite. I can hear the booing of the audience. That must feel very uncomfortable for the trainees who will be placed first and second. She can still be 11th, you know, says Jongin, to soften the mood and lays a hand on Ichan's shoulder, who looks very nervous right now. We watch as Jung Mi-so takes the number one place as center position. We all clap, except for Ichan. Jung Yeri and a trainee named Yoon Jong-yeon are the contenders for the 11th place. No one in the room says a word and holds their breath. The guys deeply sigh out of disappointment once Jong-yeon is announced as the final member. Ichan stands up and storms out of the dorm, slamming the door shut. We all look at each other in disbelief. What's up with him? Asks Youngjae. He must be really mad that Yeri didn't make it, says Kyoyeon. I grab my coat and open the door to go after Ichan. The other guys don't say anything as they watch me leave. As I get outside and run down the stairs, I see Ichan sitting on the bottom stairs. His hands, but mainly his fingers, look like they're texting? He has a phone? I try to take a better look at what he's doing. He is really holding a phone, and it does not look like a smartphone, more like an old flip phone with buttons to press. Since we are trainees, our company does not allow us to have cell phones until after we make our debut, which is scheduled for this year. He should know this since he started training 7 years ago, even though he was even too young to have a phone back then. Thinking about how he almost spent his entire childhood training does make me feel for him. But back to important matters. Couldn't he wait a few more weeks or months? I shake my head in disappointment. What are you doing? I ask. The words came out a bit too harsher than I intended. Ichan startles and turns around with his eyes widened. He knows he got busted. He puts the phone in his pocket as fast as he can. Nothing, Ichan stutters. I give him a face expression that says I ain't buying this answer. But please don't say anything to the others. I beg you, Hyung. Ichan lowers his head and puts his hands together as a sign of begging. I don't say anything, but I just nod. Ichan sighs out of relief. Thank you so much, Hyung. Thank you. Ichan stands up and bows 3 times. Stop it, I say, and Ichan sets his body straight up, as if he is a soldier in the military who listens to his captain. Let's just go back inside. Let's not say anything to the others. It was more a demand than a suggestion, and I kept my face serious. Ichan does not say a word and quietly follows me back to the dorm. I am staying gentle with him because I don't want to scare him. In the past 6 years I've known him, I never want to intimidate him. I'm 2 years older than he is, and quite tall for the average Korean man. I know that Ichan can feel intimidated quite quickly, since he has a very soft character. I want him to see me as a thoughtful young he can always rely on and come to, so I am being easy on him. If it was anyone else, I probably would have raised my voice at them. As we come in, the guys are still in the living room. All of them are staring at us as we get in. Nothing to see here, just go to your room and sleep, I demand. I am not the oldest nor the leader, so I should not be making commands, so I look at Jongin, who is the actual oldest, and Hanbin as I said those words. Yes, let's go. Hanbin stutters awkwardly, and everyone gets up to go to their rooms. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I should keep an eye on Ichan. He already got a warning from the CEO, so the next warning could get him kicked out of the company. He really should not get himself in trouble, especially since he trains for so many years. I am quite worried about him. Hanbin, Jongin, Youngjae, and Hyuktae are already laying in their beds with their eyes closed. There are only 2 bedrooms in our dorm. The 5 of us have 1 room, the other 4 have the other room. I turn off the lights and get myself to bed. I hope Ichan is sleeping now and not using a secret phone. I really wonder who he was texting. I don't think he was contacting his parents, because the company allows us to call our family at least 3 times a week. Or maybe I was completely wrong and he uses the phone as some sort of diary? No, I doubt it. He could buy a journal and write in it if he needed one, so he must have been texting someone. Tomorrow is going to be another long day of practice. I don't want to dwell on Ichan for way too long, so I hope I can fall asleep in a couple of minutes. Meet 100 Dream Girls' final debut group one by one. After 10 weeks, the survival program 100 Dream Girls has wrapped up and selected the final 11 members last Friday night. The winners will be making their debut in one by one. The groups will consist of the following members, order by ranking. Number 1, Jung Mi-so, 2008. Number 2, Kim Seung-ju, 2003. Number 3, Choi Ji-yoon, 2006. Number 4, Kim Ha-young, 2003. Number 5, Kim Hye-sun, 2006. Number 6, Rose Cho, 2005. Number 7, Jung Chae-young, 2004. Number 8, Kim Mi-do, 2006. Number 9, Kang Nara, 2006. Number 10, Lim Yoona, 2002. Number 11, Yoon Jong-yeon, 2006. The group is expected to debut next month. Will you be supporting one by one? And what do you think of the lineup? Leave a comment down below. Justice for Jung Ye-ri! Jung Ye-ri should have been in the lineup. This must have been rigged. One by one fighting! I feel too old seeing someone born in 2008 debuting. And as a center? I wish her lots of luck. She's way too young. I was very sad seeing Yeri didn't make it, but I will support the group nonetheless. Jung Ye-ri, true number one, true center. Where is Jung Ye-ri?